Thank you for your gracious welcome to your beautiful, beautiful city. Firstly, I'd like to dedicate this evening's performance to my late father, the Reverend James Payne Alter, who was a fisherman, a fisher of men, and who also, when I was 7 years old, gave me a copy of the book, The Old Man in the Sea, to read. Shivani Tibrewala has taken two great works of literary excellence, The Old Man in the Sea and the poetry of Rumi, and has adapted them and then produced and directed this play that you are about to see. Hemingway. Man is not built for defeat. Man can be defeated. Man is not built for defeat. Man can be destroyed but not defeated. And Rumi, in the ocean there are many bright strands and many dark strands, like veins you can see when a wing is lifted. Ladies and gentlemen, no license yet is very happy to present to you this evening Shivani Tibrewala's The Old Man in the Sea, a Sufi fable.
When I dream of Africa. I dream of the long golden beaches and the white beaches so white they hurt your eyes, and the high capes and the great brown mountains. In my dreams, I hear the surf roar and see the native boats come riding through. I smell the tar and oakum of the deck. I smell the smell of Africa that the land breeze brings at morning. I no longer dream of storms and women, great occurrences, great fish fights, contests of strength. I no longer dream about my wife. I only dream of places now and of the lions on the beach. They played like young cats in the dusk, and I loved them as I loved the boy.
Birds have a harder life than we. Why did they make birds so delicate and frail as those sea swallows when Lamar can be so cruel? Lamar is kind and very beautiful, but she can be cruel, and it comes so suddenly. And these birds that fly, dipping and hunting with their small, sad voices, are made too delicately for the sea. Lamar has got her moods. The moon affects her just as it does the moon. Hello, bird. Do you have a technique of your own? Perhaps I can learn some secrets from you. What have you got now? What are you circling in the water? Those flying fish are flying away from something. I see them now. A big school of dolphin. They are widespread, and the flying fish have little chance. The bird has no chance at all. The flying fish is too big and moves too fast for him. School has got away from me. But perhaps I can pick up a stray, and perhaps my big fish is around them somewhere. My big fish must be somewhere. You're circling again. Little bird, you've got a keener eye than this old man. What have you got now? Tuna. An entire school of tuna. Thank you, little friend. You've been a great help. Albacore. He'll make beautiful bait. He'll weigh 10 pounds. If the other fishermen heard me talking too aloud to myself, they'd think that I was crazy. But since I'm not crazy, it doesn't matter. The rich have radios in their boats to talk to them and bring them the baseball, but this is no time to talk about the baseball. This is time to think about only one thing. That which you were born to do. I don't know when I began talking aloud to myself. I used to sing in the old days in the turtle boats. Maybe I began talking aloud to myself when the boy left me. I miss the boy, but he and I only talked when necessary. I first took him out on a boat when he was 5 years old. I almost got him killed. I brought in the fish too green. I can remember the tail banging and slapping and the thwart breaking and the sound of my clubbing. I remember throwing him into the bow with the coils of wet rope and feeling the entire boat shiver and the sound of my clubbing like a tree being chopped down and the sweet blood smell all over us. Now he's already a man. He bought me a beer yesterday on the terrace, a beer between fishermen. If he was my son, I would take him out and gamble, but he is his father's. He should not be on an unlucky boat. It is but normal that his father should keep him away from me. I am a strange old man. It was good of the boy to bring me these sardines. The boy takes good care of me. He asked whether he could come out with me today, but He is not my son. He should do as his father says. I wish the boy was here so he could mind the lines for a while and I could sleep. I could just drift and tie a line to my toe to wake me, but today is the 85th day without catching a fish. So I must fish this day well. It is September, the month when the great fish come. Anyone can be a fisherman in May. I keep my line straighter than anyone else does. I've got 4 lines. On one, the bait is down at 40 fathoms. On the second at 75. The third is at 100. And the fourth is at 125. The bait hangs head down and the shaft of the hook goes through the body of the bait fish, and the protruding part, the curve and the point, are covered with fresh sardines so that any part of the bait a great fish might feel is sweet smelling and good tasting. Each line has 2 40-fathom reserve coils, so that when made fast to the other coils, if necessary, a fish can take out more than 300 fathoms of line. I keep my line straighter than anyone else does. Others let them drift with the current, and they're down at 60 fathoms when they think they are at 100. I have no luck anymore. 84 days without catching a fish. But who knows? Maybe today. Each day is a new day, and it is better to be lucky. Although I would rather be exact. Then when luck comes, you're ready. Yes, I can feel you, Marlin, yes. Welcome. Welcome. You must be huge this far out in this month. Come on. Come on and eat the sardines, fish. For God's sake, eat them. They are so lovely, and you down there 600 feet in the cold, dark water, aren't they lovely? Cold and dark and lovely. Huh? Eat them. Eat them, fish. And then there is the tuna too. Come on, don't be shy. You must be circling. You must be circling. Come on. Come on, fish, just smell it. Just smell it. He can't have gone. Christ knows he cannot have gone. Perhaps he's been hooked before and he remembers something of it. Come on. Yes. Yes, it was his turn. Now he's going to take it. What a fish. He's let it get sideways in his mouth. Now he's going to move off with it. Now I must let him eat it well. Come on, fish, come on. Come on. Come on. Eat it. Eat it well, fish. Eat it well. Let the point of the hook go into your heart so you die, and then come up nice and easy so I can get the harpoon into you. Are
you ready? Are you ready, fish? Have you had enough to eat? Have you been long enough at table, fish? All right? Now! I wish the boy was here. I'm being towed by a fish. I could make the line fast, but then he might break it. I must hold him as much as I can. Let him have line when he needs it. Thank God he is traveling and not going down. What I will do if he goes down, I do not know. What I'll do if he sounds and dies, I do not know. But I will do something that there are many things that I can do. This will kill him. He cannot go on like this. I hooked him at noon. That was 4 hours ago. And I've not even seen him yet. The land is no longer visible, but that doesn't matter. I'll bring us in on the glow of the lights of Havana. In another 2 hours, the sun will go down, and maybe then he'll come up. Maybe he'll come up with the moon. Or maybe he'll come up with the sunrise. I am strong and I have no cramps. He is the one with the hook in his mouth. Ah, but what a fish to pull like this. I wish I could see him. I wish I could see him just once to know what is against me.
You're sitting here with us, but you're also out walking in a field at dawn. You are yourself the animal we hunt when you come with us on the hunt. You're in your body like a plant is solid in the ground, yet you're wind. You're the diver's clothes lying empty on the beach. You're the fish. In the ocean are many bright strands and many dark strands, like veins that are seen when a wing is lifted up. Your hidden self is blood in those veins that are lute strings that make ocean music. Not the sad edge of surf, but the sound of no shore.
That's much better. Almost comfortable now. I cannot do anything to him. He cannot do anything to me. Not as long as he carries on like this. We have slowed a little and we're headed eastward. And the lights of Havana are not so visible. If the fish had continued on his true course, I would have seen the lights of Havana for many more hours to come. I wonder how the baseball went in the grand leagues today. The great DiMaggio is himself again. He makes all the difference. I remember when he used to come to the terrace sometimes in the evenings. I wanted to ask him to come fishing with me, but I was too timid. I asked the boy to ask him, but he was too timid too. The great John McGraw also used to come to the terrace sometimes in the old days, but he was harsh and rough-spoken and difficult when drinking. And besides, he had the horses on his mind along with the baseball. At least he always kept lists of horses in his pocket and mentioned the names of horses over the telephone. The boy's father said that he was the greatest manager ever because he came here the most often. If Durocher had come here the most often, the boy's father would have said that he was the greatest manager ever. I wish the boy was here and we could talk about the baseball. This would be wonderful to do with a radio. One day I'd like to take the great DiMaggio fishing with me. They say that his father was a fisherman. Think about what you're doing, old man. Don't do anything stupid. I wish the boy was here to see this and to help me. Nobody should be left alone in their old age, but I guess it's inevitable. Now, old man, concentrate. You must remember to eat the tuna in the morning before it spoils. Remember, no matter how much you don't want to, eat the tuna in the morning. Remember! What a strange and wonderful fish this is. And who knows how old it is. I've never had a fish that was so strong, behaved so strangely. He's probably too wise to jump. He doesn't realize that he could ruin me if he jumped or made a sudden rush. But perhaps he's been hooked many times before and he knows that this is the way he must fight. He cannot know that there's only one man against him, that is an old man. What a fish. What a fish. And what a price he will bring in the market if the flesh is good. He took the bait like a male and he pulls like a male and there is no panic in his fight. I wonder if he has any plan or whether he's just as desperate as I am.
The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along.
I remember once I hooked one of a pair of marlins. The female fish always eats second, and the fish that I hooked, the female, made a wild, desperate fight which soon exhausted her, but the male stayed with her all along. Right next to her and circling with her on the surface, he stayed so close that I thought he would cut the line with his tail. And then when I finally bludgeoned her over the head and got her on board, the male fish stayed right alongside the boat. And then he made a great leap to see where the female was. And then he dove deep. His lavender wings that were his pectoral fins spread wide and his great lavender stripes showing. He was beautiful and he had stayed. That was one of the saddest things I ever saw with them. It saddened the boy too. So we begged her pardon and butchered her promptly. I wish the boy was here, that I had some salt. But the boy is not here. The boy is not here, old man, and you must look after your work. You must fasten on the last of those 2 reserve coils. I can feel the great strength of the fish as he pulls us towards whatever he has decided, when because of my treachery he had to make a choice. Otherwise his choice had been to stay out here in these deep, dark waters beyond all snares and traps and treachery. My choice had been to follow him here. Follow him here, beyond all people in this world. And now we're fastened together, and we have been since noon, and there's nobody to help either one of us.
Late, by myself, in the boat of myself, no light and no land anywhere, cloud cover thick. I try to stay just above the surface, yet I'm already under and living within the ocean.
Perhaps I never should have been a fisherman, but that's what I was born to do. Now, old man, you must remember to eat the tuna at first light. I wonder what made him lurch like that. The wire must have slipped on the great hill of his back. But surely his back cannot hurt as badly as mine does. Fish, you cannot pull this boat forever, no matter how wonderful you are. And now everything is out of the way that could cause trouble. I've got a great reserve of line, more than any other man could ask for. Fish, I will stay with you until I die. You will stay with me too, I know. But I can do this for as long as you can. He's headed north. The current should have taken us eastward. I wish that he would turn with the current to show me that he's tiring, but he's not. The only positive sign is that the angle of the line is not as steep as it used to be. That means he's swimming at a lesser depth. That does not necessarily mean that he will jump, but he might. Come on, fish. Jump. Jump, fish. I've more than enough line to manage. Maybe if I pull on the line a little, the tension will hurt him, and then he will jump. Now that it is daylight, let him jump and fill the sacks along his backbone with air so that he cannot go down too deep to die. No, the line is too taut already. Any more strain might break it. Any more strain might break it. But the sun feels nice, and for once I do not have to look into it. Go ahead, fish. Go ahead and pull the boat. Hello, little bird. How old are you? Is this your first trip? You are teetering on the line, even though the line is steady. You should not be so tired after a windless night. What are birds coming to? Hawks, I guess. The hawks that come out to meet you when you return from the sea. But you will learn about the hawks soon enough, my little friend. You rest for a while, then go out and take your chance like any man, or bird, or fish. Rest in my house for a while, little friend. I wish I could set the sail and take you home by the little breeze that has sprung up, but you see, I'm with a friend. Little bird, you left so soon. It's going to be much rougher for you before you reach the shore. How did I let that fish cut me with that sudden pull it made? I must be getting stupid, or else I was looking at the bird and thinking about him. But now I must concentrate on my work. I must eat whatever's left of the tuna to keep my strength up. I wish the boy was here and that I had some salt. It is only a line cut, but it is in the working part of the hand, and I will need this hand many times more before this job is done. Dry up in the sun, hand, dry up in the sun. Now I must eat the tuna. Do not think that I can eat the whole thing. Go on, you worthless hand. Go on and cramp. That's all you're good for. Go on and cramp. It won't do you any good. Old man, eat the tuna. It will give the hand strength. And besides, it's not the hand's fault. You were many hours with the fish in the night. Go on and eat the bonito, old man. Eat the bonito. Chew it well and absorb all the juices. It would not be bad with some salt or a lime and some lemons. And how are you feeling? I'm eating this fish for you. How is it going? Or is it too early to know? It's a rich, full-blooded fish. I'm lucky I've got it instead of a dolphin. A dolphin is too sweet. This is not sweet at all. All the juices are still in it. Now, I must not do anything that is not practical. I wish I had some salt. If I had any brains, I would have splashed salt on the bow all day, and drying it would have become salt. It's a lack of preparation. The fish is calm and steady. I will eat the tuna and be ready. And be patient, I do this for you. I wish I could feed the fish. After all, the fish is my brother. But I need to kill him, and I need the strength to do so. Now, hand. Give me the line. That's right. Give me the line. I'll manage the fish with the right hand alone until you stop this nonsense. Until you stop this nonsense. Maybe. May the cramp go away. May the cramp go away. I'm going to need both hands, and I don't know what the fish is going to do. He seems calm and steady and moving according to his plan, but what is his plan and what is my plan? I must improvise mine to his because of his great size. If he jumps, I will kill him. And if he stays down, I will stay down with him forever. Maybe it'll loosen up with the sun. Or maybe it'll loosen up when the raw tuna is digested. If I need it, I shall open it up no matter what the cost. But I would rather that it opens itself. and comes back of its own accord. After all, I gave it a very bad time in the night when I had to release and untie so many lines. Now I'm truly alone. Wild ducks, they've come to show me that at sea no man is truly alone. And there are no hurricanes. The weather of the hurricane months is the best of all. We're lucky that this is the season of the hurricanes. I hate a cramp. It is a treachery of one's own body. It is humiliating before others to have a diarrhea because of the potomine poisoning or to vomit from it. But a cramp is a humiliation of oneself when you are alone. But I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I wish the boy was here. He could rub it for me and work it out from the forearm, but the boy is not here, and it will loosen up. He's coming up. He's coming up. Come on, hand! Come on! Come on! He is 2 feet longer than the skip. He is 18 feet from nose to tail. I wonder why he made a jump like that. It was as if he wanted to show me how big he was. Well, I know now anyway. I wish I could show him what sort of man I am, but then he would see the cramp. I must pretend to be more of a man than I am and convince him of that. I wish I was the fish with all he has against only my will and my determination. But what a fish! What a grand fish! I must convince him. I must never let him know his own strength or what he could do to me if he made a jump or a wild rush. If I were him, I would put in everything and go until something breaks, but thank God they're not as intelligent as those of us who try to kill them. But they are more noble and more able. I've seen some great fish in my time. I've seen them that weigh more than 100 pounds, and I've killed 2 of them, but never alone. And now, all alone and out of sight, flat, I am made fast to the biggest fish that I have ever seen, bigger than any I have ever heard of, and my left hand is gripped tight like the claw of an eagle. It will uncramp. It will uncramp to help my right hand. There are 3 brothers here, the fish in my 2 hands. It must uncramp. It is unworthy of it to stay cramped. I remember once in the tavern in Casablanca when I played the hand game with the giant Negro from Cienfuegos, who was the strongest man on the docks. We went a day and a night with our elbows on a chalk line on the table and our forearms straight up and down and our hands gripped tight. each of us trying to force the other one's hand down onto the wood. There was much betting, and bettors came in and out of the room, and I looked at the Negro's forearm and his hand and into his eyes. After the first 8, the referees were changed every 4 hours so that they could sleep. Blood came out from under both of our fingernails, and we looked at each other's forearms and hands and into each other's eyes. The bettors came in and out of the room and sat on the high chairs against the walls. The walls were painted a bright blue, and they were made of wood, and the kerosene lamps threw their shadows upon them. The shadow of the Negro was huge, and it moved on the wall as the wind moved the lamps. The odds went up and down through the night, and the people lit cigarettes for the Negro and fed him rum, and once after rum he made a great concerted effort, and he had me, Santiago el Campeón, more than 3 inches off balance. But I raised my hand back to dead straight. That is when I knew that I had the Negro, who was a fine man and a great athlete, defeated. And when the sun rose, the bettors were asking the referee to call it a draw, and the referee was shaking his head. I forced the Negro's hand down and down and down onto the wood. The match had started on a Sunday morning and finished on a Monday morning. The bettors were asking for a draw because they all had to go to work lifting bags of sugar on the dock or at the Havana Coal Company. Otherwise, they would have loved to see the fight go to a finish. But I finished it anyway, and with plenty of time for them all to go to work. Well, a long time after that, they called me the champion, and there was a rematch in the spring, but the betting was light, and I easily defeated the great Negro because I had destroyed his confidence in the first match. There were a few other matches after that, but I won them all easily. I realized that if I wanted to mad enough, I could defeat anybody. And besides, it was not good for the right hand for the fishing. So there were no more matches. I tried a few matches, practice matches with my left hand, but my left hand has always been a traitor. Not so much of a traitor after all. Bad luck to you, fish. I'm not a religious man, but I will say 10 Our Fathers and 10 Hail Marys to catch this fish. And I promise that I shall make a pilgrimage to the Virgin of Cobre if I catch him. That is a promise. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the time of our death. Amen. Blessed Virgin, pray for the death of this fish, no matter how wonderful he is. Now I must rebait the little line out over the stern. If the fish decides to spend the night, I will need something to eat. And the water is low in the bottle. probably only get a dolphin here, but if I eat it fresh, it won't be too bad. I wish a flying fish would come on board, but I have no light to attract them. Flying fish I can eat raw. I would not need to cut it up. I must save all my energy for the fish. My God, I did not know how big this fish was. But I shall kill him no matter how grand and how powerful he is, even though it is unjust. I will kill him to show him what a man can do and what a man can put up with. I told the young boy that I was a strange old man, and now I have to prove it again. The thousands of times that I have proved it mean nothing now. Each time is a new time. No use thinking about the past. I wish the fish would sleep so that I could sleep and dream about the lions. Why are the lions the most important thing now? Don't think, old man. Rest gently against the wood and do not think of anything. The fish is working hard. You work as little as possible. I can see the fish down there in the deep, dark water. His purple pectoral fins spread wide and his great erect tail cutting through the dark. I wonder if he can see at that depth. His eye is huge, and a horse with much less of an eye can see in the dark. I could almost see in the dark once, not in the absolute dark, but as a cat does. Fish, if you are not tired, you must be very, very strange. The Yankees of New York play the Tigers of Detroit today. This is the second day that I do not know the result of the game. But I must be confident and worthy of the great DiMaggio, who does everything perfectly in spite of the pain of the bone spur in his heel. What is a bone spur? I've never had a bone spur. Is it like the spur of a fighting cock in your heel? I could never endure that pain, nor the loss of an eye or both eyes, and still continue fighting like the fighting cocks do. Man is nothing beside the great birds and the great beasts. Still, I'd rather be that beast down there in the darkness of the water. Unless the sharks come. If the sharks come, then God have mercy on us both. I wonder if the great DiMaggio could stay with the fish as long as I'm going to stay with this one. Of course he could. He's young and strong, and besides, his father was a fisherman. But what about the pain of the bone spur? Would that be too much? I do not know. I've never had a bone spur. It will bake itself loose again in the sun. I don't think it will cramp again unless it gets too cold in the night. I wonder what this night will bring. It must be strange to be in an aeroplane up there. I wonder what the ocean looks like from up there. Huh? They should be able to see the fish well if they're not flying too high. I would like to fly very slowly at 600 fathoms and watch the fish from above. He has slowed much. I know a trick to slow him further in the night. He and I are good for the night. Fish, Fish, how are you doing? I am good and my hand is better and I've got food for a night and a day. You go on and pull the boat. I'll never go out in a boat again without lime or salt. Well, I've eaten almost all the tuna and I'm not nauseated. Now, rig for sleep, old man. Rig for sleep while the fish pulls the boat. The first stars have come out. Soon all the stars will come. I'll have all my distant friends. The fish is my friend too, but I must kill him no matter how wonderful he is. It is good that we do not have to try to kill the stars. Imagine if each day a man had to try to kill the moon. The moon is always running away. Imagine if each day the man had to try to kill the sun. We were born lucky. Fish. Fish, how many people will you feed? And are they worthy of eating you? No, of course not. Fish, no one is worthy of eating you by the manner of your behavior and your great dignity. I do not understand these things. But surely we are lucky that we do not have to try to kill the moon or the sun or the stars. It is enough that we sail on the sea and kill our true brothers. How are you doing, fish? How are you doing? There is still much fish in you. And I saw that you had the hook in the corner of your mouth. And you had your mouth clamped tight over the wire. The punishment of the hook is nothing. It is the punishment of hunger that is everything. And not knowing what you're up against. Now you must rest, old man. You must rest. You must try to rest while the fish is calm and steady. It has been half a day and then a night and another day and you have not slept. You must devise a way to sleep while the fish is calm and steady. If you don't sleep, you will become unclear in the head. But my head is clear enough, too clear. It's as clear as my friends the stars. I must sleep. They sleep and so does the sun and so does the moon and so does the great ocean on some days when there is no current in the great calm. Maybe the fish is half asleep, but old man, you must not let him sleep. He must pull the boat until he dies. Rig for sleep, old man. Rig for sleep while the fish is calm and steady. Yes, yes! This is what we've been waiting for, old man. Come on, take it now. Take it. Make him pay for all the rope he's pulling out. Make him pay for all the rope he's pulling out, yes. I wish the boy was here. I wish the boy was here. He could wet the coils of rope. I wish the boy was here. I have enough line, and I can manage him. I have enough line, I can manage him. Now he's jumped more than a dozen times and filled the sacks along his backbone with air so that he cannot go down too deep to die. Yes. Now he'll begin to circle. Then I'll have to work on him. I wonder what made him start like that in the night. Was it the desperation of hunger? Did something frighten him? Maybe he felt fear for the first time. But he is such a calm and steady fish, and he appears so powerful and so confident, it seems strange. Now he'll begin to circle. I'll have to work on him. And you didn't do so badly, huh, for something that is worthless. But I almost lost you there in the night. Why wasn't I born with two good hands? But it may have been your fault, old man. You didn't train this hand properly, but God knows he was given enough chances to learn. He didn't do so badly in the night, and he cramped only once. If he cramps again, may this line cut him off. I'm getting uncleared in the head. I must eat something. The sun is rising for the third time, and the fish is beginning to circle. The fish is beginning to suckle. It is a very big circle, but he is circling. The strain of the rope will shorten each circle. And maybe I'll see him in an hour or so. Now I must convince him, and then I must kill him. The fish is
Inside
beginning
this new love,
to circle.
die. Your way begins on the other side. Become the sky. Take an axe to the prison wall. Escape. Walk out like someone suddenly born into color. Do it now. You're covered with thick cloud. Slide out the side, die, and be quiet. Quietness is the surest sign that you've died. Your old life was a frantic running from silence. I stand up, and this one of me turns into 100 of me. They say I circle around you. Nonsense. I circle around me.
I cannot let down myself, die on a fish like this. Now that I have him coming in so beautifully, God give me the strength to endure. I'll say 100 Our Fathers and 100 Hail Marys, but I cannot say them now. I must maintain his pain. Mine is nothing. I can endure mine. This could drive him crazy. I have no cramps. He is rising, and I will last. You'll last forever. Do not even talk about it, old man. I've never been so tired in my entire life. Fish, you go ahead and work. I'll take you at the turn. Go ahead and work, Fish. I'll take you at the turn. Never in my life have I been so tired. No, Fish, you cannot be so big. I'm gaining line with every turn now. Maybe after another 2 turns I'll be able to get the harpoon in. But I must get him close. I must not go for the head. I must get the heart. Fish! Fish, you have to die anyway. Why do you want to kill me too? That way nothing will be accomplished. I must get him alongside on the next turn. I'm not good for too many more turns. Yes, you are, old man. You're good forever. Go ahead, Fish. Go ahead and kill me. You have a right to. Never have I seen anything so beautiful and so calm and so wonderful and so powerful as you. Go ahead, Fish. Go ahead and kill me. It makes no difference. I don't care who kills who. Stay clear in the head, old man. Stay clear in the head and learn how to suffer like a man or a fish. Clear up, head. Head, clear up. I do not know. I do not know. I shall try it one more time. I shall try it again. I shall try it once. The fish comes alive with his death in him. He shows us his great length and his great width and all his power and all his beauty. Blood from his heart is turning the sea red. It is as if the sea herself was weeping. You're tired, old man. You're not clear in the head. You've killed the fish that was your brother, and now you must do the slave work. You must prepare all the ropes and the nooses and lash him well to the skiff. Even if you were two and swamped her to board him and then bailed her out, the skiff could never hold that fish. You must prepare everything and then pull him in, lash him well to the skiff and set the sail and head for home. I want to see him. I want to touch him and to feel him because he is my fortune, but that is not why I want to feel him. I think I felt his heart when I pushed him harpoon for the second time. Pull him in, old man, and lash him well. You've got great work to do, old man. Come on. You have to put a line through his gills and out his mouth and tie his head to the bow, and then you've got to get a noose around his tail and around his middle and tie him to the skiff. There is much slave work to be done now that the fight is over. Come to me, fish. But he does not come. I must come to him.
Something opens our wings. Something makes boredom and hurt disappear. Someone fills the cup in front of us. We taste only sacredness.
It was the only way to kill him. He weighs at least 1,500 pounds, if not more so. 60% of that dressed out at 30 cents a pound. I will need a pencil for that. My mind is not that clear. I'm sure the great DiMaggio will be happy with me today. I may not have the bone spur in my heel, but surely the pain in my hands and my back is enough. Maybe we have bone spurs without even knowing of it. We sail now, fish. We sail southwest. The trade winds will show us where to go. The skiff is sailing well. My hands are curing. I bled them clean, and then the salt water is curing them. The deep, dark waters of the true Gulf are the best healers in the world. Yeah. I just have to keep my head clear. The hands have done their job, and we sail well. With your mouth tied shut and your great tail going straight up into the air, we sail with each other like brothers. Fish, are you taking me in or am I taking you in? If I was towing you behind the boat, it would be obvious. If you were in the skiff with all your great dignity gone, that would be obvious too. But we sail lashed together. Go on, fish. You take me in if that is what you wish. After all, I only defeated you through treachery. You meant me no harm.
Hold on to what can never be held, so your hands become ghosts. His hands are clear spirit. How could they hold bone?
built to swim faster than any other fish in the ocean. Inside the closed double lip of its jaws, the 8 rows of teeth are pointed inwards. They are not the usual pyramid-shaped teeth of other sharks. They are shaped like the fingers of a man's hand when they are crisped into a claw. This is a fish that is so fast it feeds on all the other fish in the ocean, fish that are well armed and strong and powerful so that they don't have any other enemies. This is a shark that knows no fear and will do exactly as it wishes. Now it moves in faster with your scent, fish. This is a fish that knows no fear and will do exactly as it wishes. It was too good to last. I wish it had all been just a dream. But I might be able to get him. I might be able to get him. Then do so! Go see your mother! He took more than 40 pounds. And he took the harpoon too and the rope. And now my fish's blood is in the water and there will be others. It was too good to last. I wish I was at home sleeping on the newspapers. But I killed the dentuso that killed my fish. He is one of the biggest dentusos I've ever seen, and God knows I've seen some big ones. But I wish I'd never hooked the fish. But man is not made for defeat. Man can be destroyed but not defeated. I wish I'd never killed the fish. I wish I'd never killed the fish. Now the bad times are coming and I don't even have a harpoon. Now the bad times are coming and I don't even have a harpoon. The dentuso is strong and able and intelligent, but not as intelligent as I am. But perhaps I was just better armed. Old man, just steer your course and take things as they come and stop thinking. But I cannot help thinking. It's all I have left now. That and the baseball. I wonder if the great DiMaggio would have liked the way I hit the dentuso in the brain. It was nothing great. Anyone could have done it. But was the pain in my hand as much a handicap as the bone spur in the great DiMaggio's heel? I do not know. I've never had a bone spur in my heel. I've never had anything wrong with my heel except the time a stingray stung it when I stepped on it while swimming, and there was incredible pain and my lower leg was paralyzed. Think about something happy, old man. Every minute you are closer to home and you sail so much lighter with the loss of those 40 pounds. There's nothing left to do. Yes, there is. I can lash that knife to the butt of one of the oars. I may still be an old man, but at least I'm not unarmed. It is stupid not to hope, and besides, I believe it's a sin. Don't think about sin, old man. You've got enough problems without thinking about sin. And besides, I don't think you fully comprehend it. I don't fully comprehend it, and I don't think I believe in it. Was it a sin to kill the fish? Perhaps. But I killed him to save myself and to feed many people. That way everything is a sin. Don't think about sin, old man. It is too late for that. And there are people who are paid to think about sin. Let them do it. You were born to be a fisherman, just as the fish was born to be a fish. San Pedro was a fisherman, and so was the father of the great DiMaggio. But old man, you didn't kill this fish to save yourself or to feed other people. You killed him out of pride and because you're a fisherman. You loved this fish when he was alive, and you love him still. If you love him, was it a sin to kill him, or was it more so? Stop thinking about sin, old man. You enjoyed killing the dentuso, and the dentuso lives off live fish just as you do. And he's not a scavenger or a moving appetite like other sharks. He's brave and noble and intelligent. I killed him out of self-defense, and I killed him well. That way everything kills everything else in one way or another. Fishing kills me just as it keeps me alive. The boy keeps you alive, old man. Don't deceive yourself too much. It is fresh and juicy, like meat, but not red. There is no stringiness in it, and it will fetch the best price at the market. But now I cannot keep its scent out of the water. Galaños, scavengers. These are the sharks that will cut off the feet and flippers of a turtle when it is sleeping on the surface, or attack a man in the water when it's hungry, even if it doesn't have the fish scent on it. Aye, Galaños. Take that in your brain and take that in your yellow eyes. No? Go and die a mile deep and say hello to your mother, or maybe it's your father. He took the knife too. And he took 1/4 of the fish and the best meat. I wish this had all just been a dream. I'm sorry, fish. This has ruined it for both of us. Fish, I should not have gone out so far. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, fish. Now I must look to the lashings on the knife to see if it was cut. And I must get my hand back in order. There's still much fighting to be done. I wish I had a stone for the knife. But you didn't bring any stone, old man. You didn't bring so many things, but this is no time to think about what you do not have. It is time to think about what you can do with what you do have. I have the gaff, but it is useless. I have the 2 oars and the tiller, and I've got the Small club. Hey. They've got me beaten now. I'm too old to beat sharks to death with a club. But I shall go on trying. I shall go on trying as long as I have the 2 oars and the tiller and the small club. You're tired, old man. You're tired inside. Soon it will be dark and you'll be able to see the glow of the lights of Havana. You cannot be too far out. I hope no one is too worried about me. Only the boy will be worried, but he must be confident. Some of the older fishermen will worry about me and many others. I come from a fine town. Fish. Half fish. Fish that you were, I'm sorry. I went too far out, fish, it ruined it for both of us. But you and I, we've killed many a shark together, old fish. And we've ruined many others. How many sharks have you killed, old fish? You don't have that sword on your head for nothing. I should have cut off the bill and fought the sharks with that. But I do not have a knife. If I had a knife and I could have cut off the bill and lashed it to an oar, what a weapon it would have made, old fish. Then you and I could have fought the sharks together. What will I do if they hit me in the night again? What can I do? I will fight them. I will fight them until I die. I had all those prayers I promised to make if I caught the fish, but I'm too tired to make them now.
Abide with me, fast falls the eventide.
I still have half the fish.
The darkness deep.
Perhaps with a little luck I'll get the forward part in. I deserve a little luck. No, you don't, old man. You violated your luck when you went out too far. Don't talk rubbish, old man. Stay awake and steer. You might still have much luck yet.
Swift to its close.
I would like to buy some luck if there's some place where they sell it. And what do you think you'd buy it with, old man? A lost harpoon and a lost knife and 2 rotten hands?
Change and decay in all around.
You might try. You tried to buy it with 84 days at sea and they almost sold it to you. Don't talk rubbish, old man. Luck comes in many forms and who can recognize it? But I would take it in any form right now and pay whatever they ask. I wish that I could see the lights. I wish for too many things, but that is what I wish for right now. It's over. They'll come for me again in the night. But what can I do? An old man in the dark without any weapon. I hope I do not have to fight again. I so hope that I do not have to fight again.
I am dust particles in sunlight. I am the round sun. To the bits of dust I say, stay. To the sun, keep moving. I am morning mist and the breathing of evening. I am wind in the top of a grove and surf on the cliff. mast, rudder, helmsman and keel. I am also the coral reef they founder on. I am a tree with a trained parrot in its branches. Silence, thought, and voice. The musical air coming through a flute, a spark of stone, a flickering in metal. Both candle and the moth crazy about it. Rose and the nightingale lost in the fragrance. I am all orders of being. The circling galaxy, the evolutionary intelligence, the lift and the falling away. What is and what isn't. You who know Jalaluddin, you the one and all, say who I am. Say I am you.
How lightly and well the skiff sails without the great weight beside it. Those last ones took whatever was left of the fish in the night. But the skiff is fine. She is well and unharmed except for the tiller, and that can be easily replaced. I'm inside the current now. I can see the lights of the beach colonies along the shore. I know where I am now. Getting home is nothing. The wind is our friend after all, sometimes. And the great ocean with all our friends and all our enemies. And bed. Bed is a friend. Just bed. Bed will be a great thing. Never knew how easy it was once you're beaten. I never knew how easy it was. And what beat you? Nothing. I went out too far.
When I dream of Africa. I dream of the long golden beaches and the white beaches so white they hurt your eyes, and the high capes and the great brown mountains. In my dreams, I hear the surf roar and see the native boats come riding through it. I smell the tar and oakum of the deck. I smell the smell of Africa that the land breeze brings at morning. I no longer dream of storms and women, great occurrences, great fish fights, contests of strength. I no longer dream about my wife. I only dream of places now and of the lions on the beach. They played like young cats in the dusk. And I loved them as I loved the boy.